Alright, we're back for the second match. This hand is fine. One of the cool things about this deck is how land light of hands you're able to keep. I mean, this hand could go badly, certainly. In this game, I will remember to play my Vessel on turn 1. Looks like our opponent has mulligan to 5 again, so that's a little unfortunate. So maybe Bant. So this collective brutality might be very good if we can get a creature with it. Oh, let's not show him exactly what we're doing. Let's wait. If you can get a creature and snag a collected company with collective brutality, it's very, very good. So we're gonna, well, we can't get Sylvan Advocate with it, unfortunately. Yeah, we gotta get a black mana, so Evolving Wilds it is. And Jace is a great draw here. That's pretty tremendous. Alright, looks like our opponent's mulligan to 5 left them pretty dead. Must have been missing a land drop and all of their cards are very expensive. So sideboarding against Bant is kind of tough. The question is if you want Jaces or not. And I think maybe you don't. I'm definitely not experienced enough with this deck to know that for sure. I'm just looking up a little bit of a sideboard guide. I mean, we definitely want these Radiant Flames. And we want these Ishkanahs. So we've got to take something out. And that something, I believe, is these Jaces. I think, I guess I'm going to try it. This is tough. Maybe Radiant Flames isn't that good. And Jace is pretty good against, because they are slightly slower than like the aggressive like Bant Humans decks. Collective Brutality is okay. I mean, you like it because you can snag company with it, but it doesn't kill that many of their creatures. Huh. Well, this is my gut. I'm going to try it like this. I guess I got to make one more cut. Maybe we'll just have 2 Radiant Flames. This is my gut. We'll try it like this, see what cards are not super great. Bant is not as common online as it is in paper, so I haven't gotten to play against it that many times. So I'm still figuring things out here. I don't think we can keep a hand quite this land light. This we can keep. I guess that goes on the top. I mean, we brought it in. It had better go on the top. So this is, well, Selfless Spirit is pretty good. against Radiant Flames, but what we're going to do is we're going to get a black mana and Collective Brutality him. Cool. Land was a nice draw. 2 modes, -2/-2. And we're really hoping to catch a Collected Company here. Or, you know, a lot of times they'll bring in Declaration in Stone, so they should have a reasonable number of spells that we can catch here. Now this targets, alright, so we do get a Collected Company. So his hand, again, he's on Forest Plains. So taking this Collected Company is not actually that insane, but it's nice to see him just on Forest Plains, I guess. So Reflector Mage, Selfless Spirit, Sylvan Advocate, Tireless Tracker. So pretty much each variety of creature in the deck. Let's see. Take that. So there's that Selfless Spirit. Still stuck on 2, unfortunately for our opponent. We're going to go ahead and grapple with the past here, because then our Traverse next turn should be able to, or because, I mean, our Gather next turn is going to have Spell Mastery. And we're going to return. Yeah, I guess we return Evolving Wilds. I mean, yeah, we return Evolving Wilds. I'm just thinking if we want to get the mountain with it. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to end up doing. Or if we just want a forest so we can get some pain-free green mana. I'm not too worried about taking pain in this matchup, though. I mean, in the matchup I am. In this particular game, I'm not sure that it's going to really matter that much. So because he's the Selfless Spirit build, which is pretty common, not that that's like a super rare thing, but because he's Selfless Spirit, that makes me less interested in these Radiant Flames. So probably more interested in Jace's. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get this mountain. I mean, we're probably going to cast Radiant Flames at some point. Alright, so we get to cast a couple of Gather the Packs. That's nice. And we get lots of Elder Deep Fiends in our hand. It would have been nice if we had dumped some Haunted Dead, a Haunted Dead in the graveyard, really, is what we were hoping to do. And there we go. So we'll return we'll put the Amalgams in our hand so we can discard them to the Haunted Dead. Should be pretty good. We're really, really hoping to draw a land on our turn. And searching up that mountain might actually bite us because we really need a blue mana for these Deep Fiends. That's an important part of the deck that I wasn't thinking about so much, is just how necessary double blue is. If we don't draw a land on our turn, like, we're returning a bunch of creatures, but, you know, Prized Amalgam does not block the turn it comes into play. But importantly, the Spirit from Haunted Dead does block Selfless Spirit the turn it comes into play, and that's pretty powerful. So it looks like, I'm gonna play and crack this Vessel. he doesn't have any flash guys he can put into play. He can make his tireless tracker bigger, and we might end up chumping it. We've really got to hit that 5th land, though. Just Haunted Deading this turn would be, I mean, might be good enough, but Vessel's so likely to hit us another land that I think it's worth doing. Oh, and that's very brutal. Oh boy. Well, shoot. Oh boy. We probably just found a way to lose this game. So we're taking at least 6 here, maybe 7, maybe 8. We're dead. If he goes for it, we're just dead. Yeah, maybe a miscue on my part. You know, maybe getting the prize amalgams in play would have been good enough to give us time to find the land in the future. Yeah, he got us. Alright, I think seeing how that Radiant Flames just sat in our hand, we want Kozilek's Return because it's free. But we want at least a couple of Jaces. Radiant Flames are just not very strong. Also, we had Ishkana in our hand, which would have been great, but we could not hit our 5th land. I wonder if it's that good. I mean, got to keep trying it. If we play several games where we just, you know, cannot get out Ishkana quickly enough, then that will be an indicator that it needs to not be in our deck. But I think for right now, because the card is so good against Bant, we want to try it in the deck as much as we can, figure out if it's worth having in the 75. This will work. Again, a pretty painful hand. And we're going to get Swamp here to allow us to Collective Brutality. Not this turn. They don't play any 1-drops. Alright, let's grapple. So Elder Deep Fiend or Evolving Wilds. I think right now we're just more interested in the lands. So no Selfless Spirit this turn. Going to be a Sylvan Advocate. Duskwatch. Okay, Duskwatch we're very happy to see. That's great for us. And we drew this Elder Deep Fiend. Perfect. So do we... I don't know if it's more important to get Kozilek's Return into our graveyard right now or Prized Amalgam. I guess it's more important to get Kozilek's Return because the only time Prized Amalgam is good for us in the graveyard is when we have Haunted Dead and we can discard the Amalgam to Haunted Dead. We're unlikely to want to cast this Kozilek's Return. Okay, so we got an Ojutai's Command. He's got a Nissa and an Archangel Avacyn. And lands. What were his lands? Magic Online. Evolving Wilds, Prairie Stream. And that Plains. I'm going to get the second blue so that we can Deep Fiend. And we're actually going to cast a Prized Amalgam here just because we can't do anything else and we want to be able to Deep Fiend at some point. We do fortunately have Delirium for our Ishkana, and that is pretty important. We can get a forest so we don't have to take quite as much pain this game. Now, do we think he has another Ojutize command? I mean, probably not. It's not like he had any spells. Well, alright, let's attack. It's not like he had any spells that he would have been able to cast this turn, so it's not incredibly suspicious, because we know just 2 turns ago he had nothing he'd be able to cast off of these lands. Just would be very brutal to lose our Ishkana. But, I mean, we can always get it back. If he's got it, it's really bad for us. Because he gets his Duskwatch Recruiter back too. Okay. Done and done. But us playing the Ishkana here is pretty huge as well. So he's got company. It would have been really lousy if we just declined to play the Ishkana. Double Reflector Mage. Not bad, not bad. So now we're going to have to play around that Avacyn. But he cannot leave his... So it makes it very unlikely that we'll be able to upkeep Elder Deep Fiend him. But that's okay. That's not the most important thing. Against Bant, you want to just play your Elder Deep Fiend and destroy their whole board. So we're going to... It only costs us 2 mana to use this Elder Deep Fiend, so that's pretty nice. You know what? This might have been a mistake grappling right now because we're definitely getting this Elder Deep Fiend back, and he didn't know, I think. I think we just drew that Elder Deep Fiend. Yeah, we did. So he doesn't know that we have one in hand and now he knows that we have one. So that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, I don't love that. But he also knows that we have one in hand, but doesn't know that we can just immediately follow it up with another one. So, you know, that's something at least. And I think we are actually going to Deep Fiend him here. We'll tap down. We'll tap down his lands because we're planning to wrath his creatures, I suppose. He can cast his Avacyn. Do, do, do. So if he casts his Avacyn, then obviously we... Oh, now he has the Ojutai's command. Hmm. That I was really not expecting. Because he did not have it last turn. Yeah, I'm going to use this ability. I think because he's so close to flipping Nissa, his board is better than ours at this point. So that worked out pretty badly. Yeah, that I was really not expecting him to have command there. That's unfortunate. Not a lot we can do here. I don't really want to play lands because I'm not trying to get up to 8 to Elder Deep Fiend. What I really want to do is find a Haunted Dead. Unfortunately, we are pretty much completely out of gas at this point. And that Tireless Tracker is going to work us. Well, there's Haunted Dead. We have no hip getting it into our graveyard, so we're just going to cast it. I don't think it's worth playing the Sunken Hollow here because if we do, that would be because we'd be planning on returning the Haunted Dead after like blocking the Tireless Tracker, and that we'd have to toss away an Elder Deep Fiend to do that. And Elder Deep Fiend is how we're going to win this game. We're going to definitely need another Deep Fiend Kozilek's Return turn. Yeah, Tracker is a nice one. So it makes it hard to sort of wait out the Avacyn because he's just drawing so many cards each turn. Yeah, I'll block with Haunted Dead. Having it in the graveyard is very valuable. It's the whole point of that card. Alright, Gather the Pack is a good draw. And we didn't get any Amalgams or any Elder Deep Fiends. Which is unfortunate. Definitely missing. Which is something that happens to this deck from time to time. It kind of sucks. We're going to take one hit off of this tireless tracker and see what he does. So he's got his Nissa. Yeah, tireless tracker is a very, very powerful magic card. Yep, it's going off. We just can't really keep up with this at this point. We need to find some way to steal the game, which is gonna involve more prized amalgams than we have access to right now, unfortunately. We are not an Emrakul deck. We're not built to get up to enough mana to cast Emrakul, so that's not an option for us. Yeah, we don't really have a choice. We got a Haunted Dead now. And unfortunately, now he can flash in Avacyn to block, and that, you know, even if that gives us an opening to Deep Fiend and Kozilek's Return to kill both of his creatures, which we're gonna have to do, but then it kills ours and we don't get to kill his Nissa. So, you know, that's not amazing. We're gonna do it. Well, actually, I mean, I guess if he flashes an Avacyn to block a guy, it might just be worth... Okay, so he's going to use Avacyn to try to kill us. Okay, or he's just gonna keep coming at us with the tireless tracker, which is fine. That makes sense. So spell queller, yeah. I mean, he probably has summary dismissal or something like that in his hand, which means maybe we should have wrathed on our turn. Ugh, yuck. This is a really bad spot. He has 8 cards in hand. It doesn't really matter what we do here. I don't think we're... Whoops. I don't think we're getting out of this situation alive. This is probably summary dismissal. Yeah, I think we are getting got. Yep, he's got us. And that's it. For some reason, I thought that was game 2. But I guess we got run over in a different game. All right. Wait, did I click concede match? What did I? No. Oh well, whatever. So 1-1 with this deck so far against some questionable draws from black-white, and then got run over pretty hard by Bant. Tireless Tracker is a real problem for this deck when the game goes long. Like, you're doing powerful things, but with the number of cards that they have, they can often just run over you. So I think that might be a really significant problem going forward. Yeah, I'll probably try to make some changes to the deck, see if there's anything that makes more sense to do, and bring you more videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.